So, this is the 6th in our series, True or False, in lesson 49. Now we just dealt with the heresy that says that the shaft should be pointing parallel to the target line, toe in the air, halfway back. Hopefully we've killed that one off forever, never to be seen again. Here's one that's not as broadly used, but is still equally confusing, and it's the concept of the shaft of the club pointing at the target at the top of the swing. Now, in true and false, we can't always be dogmatic, and in this one we can throw in a maybe or a perhaps. It is possible, on occasion, with a certain length of club, that at the top of the backswing the club head would be parallel to the target line and pointing generally in the direction of the target. And that could be true broadly with the woods and particularly the driver. But let's explain to you why it's not true with every club. I'm going to take my wedge, which is the shortest club, and I'm going to face the camera and take my grip and my posture. Now you know from previous videos that the wrist hinge is 90 degrees, the forearm rotation is 90 degrees, and now I'm going to turn my shoulders to my throat. See, that's as far as I can biomechanically go with the Sandarn swing. Why is that? Well, it's because I'm leaning forward the most. When I use the shortest club in the bag, wrist, forearm and shoulder, that's as far as I go. And I think you can see the club head is not parallel or pointing at the target at the top. All right, let's go to 6-iron. A 6-iron has the same 3 requirements, but remember, the club's a bit longer, my body's a bit more upright. I'm going to be a little bit more flexible, and therefore the 3 hinge drill is going to work the club head beyond the vertical to somewhere around here. It will depend upon your physique as well. So here's wrist cock, forearm rotation, and now I load the shoulder. And you can see I've gone further than I did with the wedge. If I show you this down the line, you can see again that the club is not pointing parallel to the ball target line. Some people believe that that position is laid off, or that is not laid off. No, it's just an incomplete swing. Laid off would be this for the wedge and this for the 6-iron. The fact is, in both the swings I've shown you, I've been in plane, but a shortish swing doesn't get to horizontal. So how do I get to horizontal? Well, it's normally with the big dog. Here's the driver. Okay, so aiming the shaft down the middle, that would be my best posture. Let me turn to you and show you wrist, forearm and shoulder. Now you can see the club head gets to parallel. If I show you down the line, the same 3 hinges, wrist, forearm, shoulder load, you can see the club pointing almost down the target line. Now Tiger, who has a massive shoulder turn, doesn't actually get beyond the horizontal. Of course, John Daly and people like that did, but the shoulder turn of Tiger is massive, and yet you'll notice the shaft is a little less than parallel at the top. Okay, I'm going to show you an example of that. So, aiming down the 13th fairway on the Marquis. Okay. Giving you a freeze frame, and now I can release. Even with the pause, I've contrived to do a draw spin shot straight down the middle of the fairway. So again, don't worry about where the shaft is pointing. The issue is, are you in plane? If you have a restrict plane for the wedge, you'll be here, 6-iron, you'll be there, driver, you'll be nearly horizontal. So where the club points to the top is not a big issue. It's going to vary due to your physique and to the length of the club that you're playing. You won't want to drive a swing with the wedge or a short wedge swing with the driver. The club maker has designed it to vary the length of your swing, and you can't be expected to have it in one specific position at the very top.